So my only plan really is just be and
happy.
Yes.
Because you can be in a lot of different moods. Be happy. Be easy on yourself. Be. Follow the path of least resistance. Follow the path of least resistance.
So these signals that I'm getting, like, oh, this is the right moment, or like, oh, don't send the email right now, or go there right now, I can just
play with this a little while and see. In other words, has there ever been something that you thought you should do?
Yeah.
And you just can't quite get to it, and finally you just do it because you're supposed to do it. That's not the path of least resistance. That's the path of most resistance. That's not going with the flow. That's going against the flow. And there are people, even in this room, who worry about this conversation because there's stuff they want you to do. They don't want you to go with the flow. Esther sometimes doesn't want Mark, brilliant Mark. Mark put all this sound system together, reconnoitered all of it, keeps it all running, trains everybody. In other words, she wants Mark to do his job. She doesn't want him out pleasing himself. What she really wants is Mark to be happy in the co-creation that they're doing together. And she believes that she can have it all. She believes that she can have a really productive, creative, genius, thinking on his feet, always knowing what to do Mark, who's happy. And isn't that how he's the most happy? So there's no cross current going on, you see. So when you realize that everyone is feeling however they're deciding to feel, and you only have control over how you feel, and so you start feeling what the path of least resistance is, and by that we mean it feels good. It feels good. If it doesn't feel good, we're not saying don't ever do it. We're saying don't do it right now. If it doesn't feel good, doing it right now is going to give you paltry results. Doing it right now is going to give you less than what you want for it. There is a better option. And employers and parents and mentors all over the world, hearing that might worry. Well, we've just wrestled them to the ground. We've just got them convinced that they should do these things because we need them to do these things. And we say to you about your employees or about your children or about anybody that you care about, your first order of business with them, the thing that you must want more than anything else, is their alignment. That's what you must want most for yourself too.
When I think of getting what I want, it's so cool because I know I'm a deliberate creator, but I wanted to feel...
But let's start in another place here, because here's the confusion. Everything that everyone wants is because they think they will feel better in the having of it. So what you want is an emotional manifestation, which you have the ability to produce without the physical trappings. So if you're able to produce the manifestation of emotion, of expectation and of happiness, then there's no resistance, and now the universe will yield to you in all the other ways that you've defined. You see, that's the reason we told you the silly story about the lamp. The lamp is insignificant to this story, except that it was a piece of something that was in Esther's consciousness. There was a lamp. It was a physical lamp. It was in the closet. It's too beautiful to be in the closet. It ought to be out there where somebody's really enjoying it. She found a lamp that she likes more for the spot that she had purchased that lamp for. In other words, there isn't anything very significant about that, and yet it is a lamp that mattered to Esther in some way. And the universe does not care how big or small in the scheme of all of the desires in the world anything is, because the universe has the ability to yield it all to you. You don't have to give up something for something else. You can have it all. Are you starting to get just an inkling that you can have it all? Are you standing in a place where there's so much that you want that you're not having, that these words don't mean anything to you? Or have you had enough experiences where you are understanding that there is an orchestrational thing that's going on, that you are the object of very blessed attention, and that you can have it all. You can have it all, and you can have it all the time. You just have to care about your mood first, and then watch everything else come into alignment.
And it feels so good when it happens. I don't want to say in an unexpected way, but it's sort of magical, and it's just much more enjoyable. And like my ride here was just so much better than a planned ride would have been. It was just...
Well, don't misunderstand. That was a planned ride. You're just not understanding when you made the plan. You see, you've been making the plans. You feel the vortex full of your plans. The plan is there, and the source within you has the ability to know the plan that you've made. But you keep messing up your own plans by trying to micromanage everything, and by too often saying what you don't want, which holds you in a vibrational resistance to what you do want. So now let's go back to this lamp story. Everything around that was fun. Esther was with the most fun person she knows, talking about another most fun person she knows. They had gone irresponsibly to a place that's really fun for Esther to be. And they were playing with the other fun people who were in the shop who always liked to see Esther come. So it was fun, 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 riding on a current of fun. Everyone around was sort of swept up in the fun. When Tracy walked into the store, she looked like an angel. Her hair is blonde and she is beautiful, and it's cold outside, and she came in and fun, fun, fun. The conversation is just fun and loud. Fun, 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 fun. In other words, the perfect environment, like a petri dish that has been created especially for the explosion of lovely things. And there are so many other things that took place in there that we won't take the time to talk about. But in other words, you want to create for yourself this environment where, and clearly you did it, what you are living today is an example of that. We want you to feel the juxtaposition of these two scenarios that you are presenting to us here today. Because one is just you going with the flow and acknowledging the supersonic success of this. Do you know how rare it is with the millions of people who are eager about this work and about this conversation to even be sitting in this chair? Do you realize what a unique experience this is? Of course you do. And so here you are experiencing this experience on the heels of just following your bliss, just following your bliss, just following your bliss, just following your bliss. We want this conversation to have been a sort of reorientation for you. We want you to start giving yourself permission to go where the fun is, to follow the path of least resistance, to go where you believe you will feel the best. We're asking you for just a little while to be more irresponsible, because the responsible thing that you've got going on is not working out that well for you. Because when you start being responsible instead of following your own bliss, then you feel resentful of those people who are thriving in the face of responsibility. The most irresponsible people you know are thriving the most. That's just not fair. Those basketball players, how dare they follow their dream and make millions of dollars? Those dropouts of college, or those that never went to college, Bill Gates, how is it that he could follow his bliss and just do what feels good to him? How dare he thrive when the rest of us are following our responsibility and doing what we're supposed to do and keeping the rules? And we say, there are some rules and some laws that your gut has been pointing you toward, that as you start listening to the way you feel, get on a rampage of fun for a little while and watch what the universe yields to you. And show yourself the ability that you have to get rid of doubt before it starts tomorrow by staying in a happy, feeling good mood. Watch how traffic treats you and others treat you. Watch how you rendezvous with people. Watch how the nice people of the planet find their way to you. Watch how you move around in a sort of bubble of well-being while the rest of the world is doing whatever it's doing that's none of your business. Really good conversation.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
That was fun.
We think this is a really good time for a segment of refreshment.
Thank you.